Are you dreaming of a brand new home in 2025? Before you sign any contracts or fall in love with a beautiful model home, there are some crucial questions you absolutely must ask your builder. Skipping these questions could lead to costly surprises, unexpected delays, or even worse, regretting your home purchase altogether. So today I'm going to arm you with the top questions every smart buyer should ask before buying a new construction home in 2025. So stick around because these questions will save you time, money, and a lot of headaches. If you know who I am, my name is Deepa Phillips, your Denver real estate agent. So if you're a buyer, seller, investor, have any questions what's happening in Denver real estate market, leave a comment below. If you're moving to Denver or relocating to Denver, leave a comment below so I can send you my free relocation guide. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel, and please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. We post weekly content about the Denver real estate market and fun things to do. So the first question you want to ask is, how much is the earnest money? So in resale purchase, it can be low. Usually for earnest money, they could ask from, it's usually like 1% of the purchase price when people usually ask for earnest money in the resale value. But new construction, it could be very high. It could be up to 1 to 3% of the price. And usually for new construction, the builder might ask for $5,000 and could go all the way up to $75,000 of earnest money for the purchase price. And 90% of this cost is for the purchase of the home because they get all the materials, they get everything that they need. Resale homes, when you write a check, it goes to the title company. Title company holds the check and puts it in an escrow account. But when you hand earnest money for new construction, what they usually do is they keep this money. The money goes into the builder's pocket. And the builder, what they do is they use the money to buy materials. They also use the money to pay the employees for working on site. And also to use his money to pay his bills. Another question, the earnest money refundable. And what they're going to say is that no, the earnest money is refundable because when you put money for a new construction home, they think that you are serious and you are all in, like a skin in the game. Like when you put the earnest money for a new construction home, they're like, all right, this buyer is very serious and he wants me to build his home. And the only time for you to get the earnest money back is something tragically happens and they will give you earnest money back. But most of the time, they will literally keep the money and they will say, sorry, you should know that you wanted to buy this home. So the next question is financing and incentive. And when you are purchasing a new construction home, these questions you should ask because you want to know like the financing, like if I'm going to use the preferred lender, and you want to know like what incentives do you offer. And right now in 2025, there are a lot of buyer incentives for people buying new construction home if they use the preferred lender. Because if you use preferred lender, sometimes what they do is they'll buy down the rate because with rates being in the high mid sixes, there are new construction homes buying down the rate to like 5%. And the only way for you to get these incentives is by you using the preferred lender. If you're using an outside lender, you might not get all the incentives that you will using their preferred lender in-house. Also, another question you want to ask is like, what kind of closing cost assistance or rate buy downs are available? So closing cost assistance is like, say, if you use the preferred lender, they will talk to you and see what rate buy downs. Sometimes some new construction homes will have a 2-1 buy down, or sometimes they might upfront so much money to buy the rate down for that 1 year. When you're in new construction and when you're working with them, you want to make sure like what programs that they have. You can always shop and see what rates are better that fit you when you're purchasing this new construction home. Another thing, purchasing a new construction home, you want to understand the builder's reputation. Your first crucial question is, what's the builder's track record? So for example, you might ask questions like, how long have you been building homes? Can you show me examples of your completed projects? Do you have any testimonies or references of past buyers? So these questions you can ask a builder, because if a builder is a very big building, for example, let's say like KB Homes or Toll Brothers, they're like a nationwide corporation and they've been building for many years. But if they're a builder or as a small builder, you might want to see how long they've been in business. You want to see projects, like what projects they've completed, what things they could show you, for example. And also for testimonies, as I said, you can always look online to check their reviews and see what clients said about working with this specific builders. So next thing we're going to talk about is features and upgrades. So when you are purchasing a new construction home, you want to know what are standard for a new construction home, what are considered upgrades. So for example, like when you go to a new construction home, you will go in kind of like a showroom and they'll have like countertops, floorings, everything. So when you do this, you want to ask some questions like, all right, are these countertops and cabinets standard or they are extra cost? So this is good so you would know, because depending how much money you get from your loan amount, you would know what to wiggle, because when you buy a new construction home, everything's all like base model. But if you see something to make it, you want to make it more curb appealing, because we all know that when we go into these model homes, they have top notch everything. They make it so beautiful. You walk in like, oh, I like this, I want this. But when you have these base models, everything's all basic. So be careful what you spend, because you can pick everything you want. And you're like, holy cow, I spent an extra $100,000 on upgrades. So you want to make sure, if this is the standard model or it's going to cost. Another thing for in a new construction is like construction timeline delays. Usually when you purchase a new construction home, it could take 6 months, 9 months, or a year for them to complete this. Sometimes you might have weather issues. If the weather is bad, it might delay the product. So when this happens, you want to ask them like, all right, what's a typical timeline from start to finish? And the person in the sales office will let you know, so you have a ballpark idea how long this would take for you to build your home. And another question you can ask them, like, how often do you experience delays and how to handle it? So this is very important, because let's say, for example, that you are in an apartment and you are about to purchase a new home. And by you asking these questions, depending where you are in your lease, you can know your lease expires in November. From April to November, from them completing a new construction home by then might not happen, so you might have to extend your lease month to month until the project is done. Another thing you want to know is about the warranty and after sales service. And these are questions you want to ask about warranty. Like, what kind of warranty do you offer? And sometimes with all these new construction builds, there's so many different warranties. They might have a year warranty for the project. It could be another one about the HVAC. It could be another one about this. So every new builder has different warranties, and you want to make sure you understand it. Another thing, like, how long does the warranty last? It could be 1 year, it could be 3 years, it could be 5, it could be 7, it could be 10. Depending on whatever the packages you get for these new construction homes, you want to make sure you understand these warranties. Another thing is like, what process if something goes wrong during the warranty period? Like, what's the process? Like, if something happens, here's a tip, what I always tell everyone in a new construction home. So usually when you have your new construction home, like, you'll have a warranty, and we'll let you know what's covered with that warranty. And the best way to do is before that warranty, let's say for example, is a warranty for the whole building. So what you could do is a licensed inspector for them to like look at the home while the thing's under warranty, and any things that comes up, you can let that builder know, like, these are the things that come up. And this is a way for you to save money in your pocket, because you don't want to wait till the warranty is expired and things come up and it costs you more money. But if you're still in the warranty time period and you get the licensed inspector to look at things, this can save you thousands and thousands of dollars. So this is a tip for you to keep in mind while you're under warranty. Another thing is community and future development. So whatever builders you go to, you ask about like what's going in the community. Like, for example, like, what amenities are planned in the future? Like, are they adding a park? Or they're adding things in this new construction site to help boost the value of the home. Or another thing you want to ask them is like, all right, what upcoming developments are nearby? So let's say they're working on this area. Are they doing any more developments in other locations? Also is like, how these developments impact property values? So you want to know, like, when they are building a community, is it going to increase my property value home? Or are there going to be more homes or more commercial spots going out in the future? So like, knowing these future plans can significantly like affect your living experience and home buying. So by you asking these questions, you know how to like, all right, maybe I need to, maybe this might be a good area for me to live, maybe I might not. So by asking these questions, this will give you a clear understanding of what's going on in this new construction site. Another thing, Homeowner Association. We know like lots of communities or new construction sites have HOAs. So if I have HOAs, you want to ask them like, all right, what does HOA cover? Does it cover snow removal? Does it cover grass? Does it cover roofing? Does it cover this? So it's very important to ask how much HOAs are covered in this area. Another thing you want to ask about them are there special assessments planned in their future? Like, so if something major happens, like, how much would it cost? And also you want to know like HOA rules and regulations, because some places, like for new construction, like let's say you have a new construction and they built your home and you want to know like if you could like increase the fence a lot higher. And these are very important for you to ask because it clarifies and helps avoid surprises in the future. Last but least is inspection and quality assurance. Do you want to ask them like, hey, can I hire a third-party inspector? Most of the time, the answer would be yes. But the cool thing about hiring a third-party inspector, because what are they going to do? They're going to come in the property and see if everything's up to code. Most of the time, they're not really going to find anything major. It's always good to hire that licensed inspector so they can come in and see if there's anything that comes up. The inspector is going to let you know. And what you're going to do is that when you do that blue taping, you could tape things and let them know prior to closing, like, hey, these are things that my inspector brought up. Can you fix this? So navigating a new construction process in 2025 can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. So each week I assist people like you to confidently find and build the dream home here in Denver. If you want to contact me directly, check the video description for other ways for us to connect. And together, let's make your home purchase an enjoyable and successful experience. So if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more expert tips, and share this with anyone considering buying a new construction home. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.